As the final piece of your First Things First program, we want to talk about something that's really important to our business, which you really almost never hear anywhere else in any other type of career. And you're going to hear people asking you if you have found your why. What is your why? What are you really doing the business for? See, on many jobs, we're used to having a 9-to-5 job, and on a job, you're told what you're supposed to do, and you do it. And if you don't do it, you get written up or you get fired. Over here, it's different. We're our own boss. There's no one to fire you. Certainly, you're not going to fire yourself. And the things that you need to do are up to you. You know, I always tell people the hours are flexible, but not optional. You've still got to do the work. And the best thing about network marketing for many, many people above and beyond all the other great things is that you can do anything you want whenever you want. That's the very best thing. But for a lot of people, when they get started and they don't understand what I'm saying right now, the worst thing about network marketing is they can do whatever they want whenever they want. I always say what's easy to do in our business is also easy not to do. See, all you really got to do is pick up the phone and call a certain amount of people every day. So you do a certain amount of presentations every day, and some will and some won't, and that's okay. It's not that you've got to be a great closer, a great presenter. You've just got to do the repetitions. You've got to make the calls. You've got to do the work. It's not hard work. It's not complicated work, but you do have to go through the numbers. Now, in order to do that, we want to find out what's your inspiration. Dale Carnegie, who wrote one of the greatest books in the world called How to Win Friends and Influence People, said when dealing with human beings, you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but rather with creatures of emotion. So again, this is an emotional business. We get up and down. We get excited. We get bummed out. A lot of times when people get frustrated in our business, they choose not to pick up the phone anymore. Or sometimes they get lazy and they decide not to pick up the phone and do what they're supposed to do. So we try to find out what's your why. What's really motivating you? You've already got a job that's taking care of your basic needs normally, a roof over your head, food on the table. Now, what's your why? What are you really excited about? Now, sometimes that why, for my friend Lori years ago, she wanted to retire her mother and father. She loved her mom and dad so much and wanted to retire them. That was her strong burning why. So when Lori didn't feel like going to work, you know, a lot of people, my old mentor called this your action motivator as opposed to your why. What is going to drive you to action? What's going to make you take action when you really don't feel like taking action, if you get what I'm saying? Lori, it was because she wanted to retire mom and dad. So when she didn't feel like doing things, she did it anyway. So many people don't feel like going to the gym, so they don't go. They don't feel like doing this or that, so they don't do it. They don't have the discipline. Here's a key to success in anything in life. If you only do what you're supposed to do when you feel like doing it, you're not going to succeed. You've got to have something inside you. And Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about this. What's your white hot burning desire? Now, for some of you, you don't know what it is. Maybe no one's ever asked you what your why is. So understand that if you don't have a why when you're done with this video, if nothing pops into your mind, you're still allowed to make 3 sales on the left and 3 on the right and get a $100 cycle bonus. Some people don't develop their why for a while. For me, in the beginning, my why was so impressive. I just wanted a new car. I just had never had a really nice new car. So a lot of people, you know, my friend Lori wanted to retire mom and dad. Other people want to raise $100,000 for a charity or do something that's so much more noble. Many of your people will have a non-noble first goal, their why, something that's really getting them excited. So that's what you've got to ask yourself. What's going to get you excited to take action and do what you're supposed to do when you really don't feel like doing that? And the more that's something that really drives you, something that you're passionate about, something that you just absolutely get excited about, then you are in perfect shape. Because then, even though the work you're doing every day may not be the most fun or desirable, it'll become secondary because you're focusing on what the prize is going to be. You're not focusing on what the price is you're paying in order to get what you want. You're focusing on the prize. You're focusing on your why. So, what's your why?